There was a time when turning on Cartoon Network didn't just mean watching your favorite show. It felt like stepping into a world, a living, breathing city, full of the characters you grew up with. Between 2004 and 2007, Cartoon Network created something awesome. It wasn't a new show, a movie, or even a crossover special. It was a space between the shows, a place where all your favorite characters existed together. They called it Cartoon Network City. Come hang out with me as we explore this world together and revisit what made turn on TV feel like coming home. If you watched Cartoon Network in the mid-2000s, you might remember it. Those bumpers where Samurai Jack did his laundry in the same room as Johnny Bravo. Or when the Megas XLR characters challenged the Scooby-Doo gang to a race. You might even remember the one where the characters went to the movies. The camera would pan through a stylized, semi-3D city, and everywhere you looked, there was a familiar face. Mandy sitting next to Raven on the subway. Courage napping on the sidewalk, while Eustace withdraws money at the bank. Or characters enjoying a Hi Puffy Yumi concert. It was a simple idea, but it changed everything. For the first time, Cartoon Network felt connected. It wasn't just a lineup of shows. It was a universe. The whole thing had a very specific look. The city itself was crafted with a combination of semi-realistic 3D cityscapes, mixed with various 2D animation styles. It also had a glowy, almost dreamy, nostalgic feel. The environment felt alive, and every little corner had personality. It felt like a real place you could live in. It didn't feel like an ad, it felt like you were just dropping by to visit your favorite characters on their day off. And that's what made these bumpers awesome. The creative minds behind it were Animal Logic, an Australian animation studio known for seamlessly blending CGI and 2D animation. They designed a city that felt believable, yet still cartoonish, a world that seemed to exist somewhere between Toontown and New York City. You could tell how much care went into it. Every shot was full of little details. Signs referencing different shows, cameos in the background, and subtle ways the characters interacted with each other. Like the way Dexter teases Professor Utonium for getting locked out of his car. Frankie ignored Mr. Harriman. Or the Teen Titans watching Starfire wipe down the glass of Titans Tower. Every moment added personality and charm to the city. The gaps between the shows became little pockets of creativity, encouraging interactions the cartoon themselves would never have time to explore. Part of the magic came from how quiet and atmospheric the city felt. Unlike typical high-energy promos, Cartoon Network City moved at a slow, almost cinematic pace. The gentle pans of the camera, the soft futuristic glow, the ambient city hum, it all created a calming transition between programs. It gave you a moment to breathe, reset, and enjoy the atmosphere before diving into the next adventure. Collaboration, creativity, and a sense of community were baked to everything they produced. And maybe that's why fans still talk about it with such affection. It represents a moment in television history when Cartoon Network was building memories. They captured the feeling of coming home from school, tossing your backpack aside, and being welcomed into a world where every character you loved lived side by side. Even today, 20 years later, people still remember Cartoon Network City with a deep sense of nostalgia. There's something timeless about that vision, a shared space where creativity and imagination could coexist. It was a love letter to everything that made Cartoon Network what it was. The humor, the weirdness, the heart, all captured in one living, breathing city. And even though these bumpers only lasted a few seconds each, they left a huge impact. They offered snapshots of the vast world Cartoon Network created. Here are some clips to help you enjoy a bit of nostalgia from Cartoon Network's past. Even now, when we look back at those glowing streets and quiet moments between characters, it reminds us of a time when imagination felt limitless and the TV felt like a doorway. Cartoon Network City may be gone, but the feeling of stepping into that world, even for a few seconds, will always stay with us. What are some of your favorite Cartoon Network cartoons? Mine were Edda and Eddie and Megas XLR. Let me know in the comments, I'm curious to know. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more nostalgic content, and I'll see you guys in the next video. See ya.